All right, this is Mr. Drury, Coach Naz again.
Back again.
Yep, ready to teach you some compound sentences. Like we left off last time, if you master the simple sentence, then the compound sentence isn't that much harder. Once again, there's a video. I'll give you a link to it. You don't need to see it right now. The key to understanding compound sentences.
Oh, the fanboys.
The fanboys. Not a boy band like we like to pretend sometimes. Actually, it's an acronym for 7 different words. For, and, nor, but, or, yet, and so can all be used to join sentences with a comma.
Don't forget the comma.
Right. If you join a sentence with just a fanboy and no comma, it's a run-on, and I might punch you in the face. If you try to join it with just a comma, and I hear about it, I will totally punch you in the face.
Big Trouble in Little Room 114.
That's right. You got to have them both. You got to have a comma and you got to have the fanboys. You have one and not the other, you don't have a sentence. You have a run-on, and you have English teachers coming up to jack up your paper. All right. Here's an example. Mr. Drury loves teaching, comma, but it makes him crazy when kids forget things he's been teaching since the beginning of the year. Notice Mr. Drury loves teaching is a complete sentence. It's got all 3 things. Think about it in your head.
It makes him crazy. That's actually pretty much a sentence on its own.
Mm-hmm.
All the rest of that is just extra. It's gravy.
It's more information than you really need, but it makes it clear for you.
Makes it better.
Yep. All right. Mr. Drury spent 4 hours making this Prezi one time, not last night, but we'll just say last night. And he is tired. 2 sentences again. We got a subject, we got a verb, Mr. Drury, and then spent, and then on the other side, he and is. Do those form complete thoughts?
Yes.
That's how it works, kids. You got to make sure it's on both sides of the fanboy. Notice the fanboy is right here, and there's a comma over here, sentence, over here, sentence.
For you algebra nerds, what you do to one side of the equation, you do to the other side of the equation.
Right
so
on.
On one side of the comma conjunction, you have to have a subject, verb, complete thought. On the other side of the comma conjunction, you have to have a subject, verb, complete thought. Anything less, you're dealing with something a little dicier. So if you want a compound sentence, that's the way to do it.
Absolutely. Think of it like a seesaw or a teeter-totter. Like on one side you got Shaq, and on the other you got Bieber.
Yeah.
Justin Bieber.
Shaq's a big dude.
Yeah.
If you put him on one side of the teeter-totter, subject, verb, complete thought, and then Bieber, who really is just a verb, a skinny little verb, then he'll go flying to the moon, which might be okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yep. Maybe we'll get a haircut. I don't know.
He did get a haircut.
I'm behind the times.
Yeah, you're behind the times.
I need to keep up. I'm sorry. All right, so moving on. You can also join sentences with semicolons. Those people who like to throw 2 sentences together with just a comma, what you need to do is meet the semicolon. Here it is. You may know it as the dot comma, or I'll use that. That's the winky face thing with it. But it's really actually has a job in sentences. Before texting language was invented, it joined them together. It is called the semicolon.
Back in the old days.
Back in olden times.
As in the good old days.
Right. Sometimes sentences have similar ideas or are closely linked in subject matter. Semicolon. Those are the sentences that should be joined with a semicolon when they're sharing an idea, kind of. That's what you want.
Yeah, they're connected.
Yep, Justin Bieber is hurting. Someone stabbed him in the face with scissors.
Certainly not anyone in here, because we are of the non-violent Justin Bieber hating club.
That's right. This actually was a sentence that came from a time when somebody gifted me with a Justin Bieber cutout from like Spencer Gifts, and we left him in the room, and sometimes when I was out of the room, people like to take out their aggression.
People went crazy.
Yeah, handle Justin Bieber.
Bieber brings out the worst in people.
It was probably, like the ladies would tell you, that all the boys were jealous of how handsome he was, and that's why they stabbed him.
The Biebs.
Yeah, so remember, you got to have those 3 things on both sides of the sentence. Subject, verb, and it must be a complete thought, so it goes full circle. You must remember what a simple sentence is, and you got to have it on both sides. All right? If you get the simple sentence, not only can you build compound sentences, but next time we will teach you about complex sentences.
What? No way.
Yes.
Complex.
So complex.
Deep.
Very deep. We'll see you on the flip side, kids.
Later.
Thank you so much for tuning in, and go out and learn more about sentences and teach the world.